This is the story of a guy. He's a hero too. Y'all don't realize I can't give out his information, but he's a freaking hero. Like I mean that in reality. He's a hero. This is the story of a guy that takes care of his deck. Doesn't take much work. Really, in reality, doesn't take much at all. So everybody always says to me, why do you always show new decks? You don't ever show your old decks. This is a deck that we did. It's a year old. It's a year old deck. He's done very well, and the reason he's done very well is because he doesn't pile his deck with belongings, right? Like he doesn't leave a bunch of chairs out here. He doesn't leave stuff out. He's not constantly beating his deck down. This deck is very, very beautiful. Where I'm out here, good buddy of mine, he has some concerns about maybe he wants some of these gaps closed up that's on his deck, right? And I said, absolutely. Absolutely, I'll do it for you. I won't charge you a penny. So there's some gaps and stuff up here. But listen, taking care of wood is an ongoing thing, okay? And I try to tell people this, and you know, it's very hard to get people away from sort of what these large paint manufacturers have put in their mind. Paint your deck every couple, you know, 5 or 6 years, or every couple years. Why? When you could just ongoingly take care of it like you're supposed to do in the first place, right? I think some of his concerns are, on our newer decks, we're filling this in. So we're filling in all these ledger boards. And this is something that we wasn't doing when we did his deck. So we're gonna come in, I'm gonna fill in some of these gaps for him. And then I said, hey, while we're here, why don't we just go ahead and top the floor off and do another coat on it. Very, very great guy. I'm very happy to do it for him. So I'm gonna get to work filling in some of these gaps that we didn't do initially. This is just something that we wasn't doing at the time. And I don't necessarily think that this is something that's a requirement, right? But water usually passes pretty freely through here. Like if it does get down through here, it'll just drop out. But on our newer decks, on our smaller decks, not massive ones, we are caulking a lot more of these to try to keep out water, right? So you guys want to see what they look like, you know, a year in. Here's one a year in. He's taking very good care of it. It still looks brand new. Our product is tough and it'll last. Will you need maintenance? Will you need service eventually? Yes, but you have to maintain and service your deck anyways. It's something that you should be doing at least biannually. Okay? So he's taking care of his deck, right? Which is really unique because, and I don't understand this, a lot of people, they'll go through this major expense of restoring their deck, and then immediately, you know, within a year, you realize that they've done absolutely no maintenance on it. You realize that they've done absolutely no upkeep on it, that they haven't done biannual maintenance, that they haven't called you for any problems or anything like that, right? And it's shocking, but this is the exact type of customer that we want. We want customers that want to have beautiful decks and that they understand that we are here for them long term and that this is a long term deal, right? What I've done for him today is very, very simple. I've come in and filled in some gaps and cracks with a rubberized sealant that he was concerned about, and rightfully so. You know, he wants to keep his deck beautiful. I have absolutely zero problems with that. None. Let's take a look. So we just come in with a rubberized sealant, And we've come in and filled the cracks on the handrails, filled some checking in on posts where some cracks have busted open here, all the way around. Kind of done this fill in for him. And this rubberized sealant is very, very good with the sun. I mean, this stuff has the ability to expand and contract and keep up with the movement of this wood. All right, so we got all the cracks and gaps filled in for the most part. We're using a oil-based filler on this deck right now, so water's not going to bother it. So to cut down on intrusion on the customer, we're going to go ahead and do a light washing now, so that when we come back we can go ahead and do our repairs and we'll be done in 2 visits, right? I want to share with you guys my quick wash formula. So this is not a detailed wash, but it's just a quick wash, just meant to kind of get most of the dirt and stuff like that off your deck. It's just a mixture, and for consumers, this is all you need. You don't need to be messing with anything else, okay? Regular household bleach, get you a garden sprayer, 3/4 of the way up to the line with bleach, the rest of the quarter with water. So the process is just real simple. We're just taking this and we're putting it on spray and coming in and just really simply just spraying this on real quick. After we spray it on, we'll let it sit on there for a few minutes, a couple minutes. Just drench the area really well. Again, this is not a detailed wash. This is a light, quick wash, just meant to get most of the dirt off your deck. This is not a detailed biannual or annual washing. This is about a 20-minute deal here, okay? But it does good. It does good at getting the deck clean. So as you can see, stuff like this, bird poop, it's gone immediately, right? So just the regular household bleach is really decent at getting a floor or something like that clean, you know, clean to where it's ready for a coating, as long as it's not super dirty. And this deck is not super dirty. It'll work on this mud that's here. It'll take it a few minutes to lift it, but it will. And this is all I recommend for consumers to use, is this here. Do we use more powerful stuff? Yes, on super dirty decks we do. This deck is in immaculate condition. It doesn't need, at this time, look, it just took that right away. It doesn't need an advanced wash at this time. The key here is that once you know you've let it sit for a couple minutes, you come in and you cancel it all out well. All right, so you come in and you spray this all down. Water cancels out bleach. Okay, so drench it all down really well and you won't have any problems. Just take your time, wash it really well. This is a consumer soft wash, basically, is what we're doing. You guys don't need to be handling the other stuff. Even regular bleach will get to your lungs if you're not careful. You know, for people that have Kong Armor deck systems, you have access at this cleaning as often as you want to use it within reason, right? And you guys don't pay nowhere near that amount. You guys pay $50 an hour, which is incredible. That's unbelievable, because let me tell you, it's very hard to get somebody to come out to your house and wash your deck for less than a couple $100. Very hard. Well, one of these quick washes, $100. Good enough. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. You see the bleach? It's lifted all the dirt, everything up off here for the most part. There'll be some tough stains that it doesn't get, but this deck had very few. Very few. The key here is just to cancel out the bleach really well. It's done its job. It's lifted the bird poop. It's cut down the mud, cut down the mildew. Wash that all off and then cancel out the bleach very well. That way a dog or something doesn't come out here and lick it and get sick. So I'll tell you what's kind of cool about him is his deck, he watches our content, which if you're a customer of ours, you should watch our content, right? He keeps up. I have a feeling he's kept up with me for a long time. So he watches as I break through with new things that I find out, as I find out new things about what helps exterior wood and what helps decks in general survive and last longer. As these new revelations come to me and as I learn them and I understand them and I put them out as content, he picks up on it. And if it's something new that I'm doing, he realizes, damn, if Amphy's doing it, man, there's got to be a reason why he's doing it, and that he wants it. He wants it because he wants what's best for his family. Understanding that I'm probably, and I don't say this lightly, but at this point it has to be true. I'm probably, at the very least, the best deck painting contractor in the nation right now. I'm the most experienced at locking down, felling DIY coatings like deck over, stuff like that. And I'm the most experienced rescue deck painter in the nation. Okay? So if I bring something out and say, hey, this is really helping, he pays attention to our product as it evolves. And he wants the new stuff. He wants the new things that help. I'm good with it. I'm absolutely good with it. And I'm anytime. If you're taking care of your deck, if you're a customer of ours and you're reaching out to me, and the reason you're reaching out to me is because you're taking care of your deck, I'm always going to help you. I'm always going to help you. Always. Doesn't make a difference. Does not make a difference. I will always help you. Always. If we can warranty it, something we can throw it on under warranty, we'll do it. We'll do it. This is the story of a guy. He's a hero too. Y'all don't realize I can't give out his information, but he's a freaking hero. Like I mean that in reality. He's a hero. This is the story of a guy that takes care of his deck. Doesn't take much work. Really, in reality, doesn't take much at all.